Good afternoon, students. Welcome to your live class of English. Today we are going to study about verbs. Okay? I'm going to shift the camera. Please wait. Today actually our PPT software is not working properly, so it took some time for me to set the issue, and right now we will be taking as usual blackboard class. In fact, I wanted to show you the presentation, but there is something wrong with the software. Okay? So kids, today we will be learning about verbs, which you have already learned in first standard and second standard, right? So this year we will be learning little bit detail about verb. So before we go to the details of the verb, let's discuss what is verb and how is it used in a sentence. So today we are going to see the meaning of verb. Children, if you know what is verb, in single one word you type in your live chat format. Okay? Write in your live chat column what is verb if you know it. In single one word, verb means what? What is the meaning of verb? Ira, how many times I told you, if you have to write something in your notebook, I will tell you. Till then, don't write. Okay? So children, if you know what is verb, please write immediately in your live chat. Because we have started the class a little bit late, we have very little time with us, so hurry up. Let me know whether you have any idea about verb. Hurry up. What is verb? Yes. Vanshika Saha has given the answer. Verb is action word. So verb means action. In simple we can say verb means an action or a word which is speaking about an action or showing or denoting an action is called verb. Whenever we use verb in a sentence, it tells us about an action performed by someone or something. Okay. Maybe it is done by you. That's why it is called a verb always speaks about the action done by someone or something. So verb means it is action word. Vanshika has given the answer perfectly correct. Verb means action word. And let's see some verb examples. For example, my teacher writes on the board. Here, the word writes tells about the action which the teacher is doing. So, writes in that sentence is the action word or it is the verb. Another example is he jumps daily or he walks, he go for a walk or he walks daily. Here, when we say he walks daily, the word walks tells us what action he does on every day. So the word was is the word in that particular sentence. Another example, it disturbs me a lot. It disturbs me a lot, whatever it may be. It means it may be a monkey, it may be a serial, it may be the ringtone of someone's mobile, whatever it may be. It disturbs me a lot. So here the word disturbs tells what it does on me. Okay. So the word disturbs in that sentence is the word in that particular sentence. We go for a picnic. Here the word go tells the action what we are going to do. So here the word go is the word in that particular sentence. Okay. Priyanshu Mohammed wants to speak about eating. He is eating his tiffin. He is eating his tiffin. Here the word is eating. I am going to write the full word. Later you will understand. We will discuss what is, what is verb or helping verb. We will learn about this in detail. Now we will be writing more. Okay. So he is eating his tiffin. Here, is eating is telling us what is he doing right now. So is eating is the action, word or the verb in that particular sentence. And sometimes, as Priyanshu said, we add ing with the verb. Sometimes we add ing with the sentence. If we are adding ing with the verb, then we will call it ing form of the verb or ing of the verb. Okay. If we are adding ing with the verb, then we will call it ing form of the verb. So, in ing, there are certain rules to be followed. When you add the ing, you will find somewhere the spelling is from the base verb. The spelling has some deviations, some difference after adding ing. So we have to see and understand what are the differences, or when these differences will take place and with which verb. So for example, the word or the verb which is ending with E. For example, ride. Ride is a verb and you see this verb is ending with the letter E. If a verb ends with E, then before adding ing, we have to omit E. So when we add ing, it will be like this, riding. We will omit this E. We will not write E when we are writing ing form of the verbs which is ending with the E. Another example is write. W-R-I-T-E, write. So, second thing is what you have to be very careful about this particular rule is last letter is E and before that it should be a consonant. Okay? You should remember last letter is E and just before that there should be a consonant. In that case, before when we want to add ing, we should omit E. Now let's see how it becomes. See, right. We are not adding E here. Okay, children. Next example is high. Last letter is again E and before E you see, it changes into hiding. We have removed the E from there. Yeah. Now look at the board and understand this particular rule which we are discussing, children. Instead of writing a lot of verbs which is not with the rule, then you look at the board and understand the rule. Children, I told you, if you have to write anything, I will tell you. If I didn't tell you not to write or no need of writing, then look at the board and understand the rule. Okay. So we have discussed in brief what is verb, and we discussed that verb is an action word or a word which speaks about the action done by someone or something in a sentence. Right? Examples are writes, walks, disturbs, go, is eating, etc. Right? Now we are discussing about ing form of the verb or ing of the verb. So what is ing form of the verb is when we add ing with a verb, then it is called ing form of the verb. So when we are adding ing form of the verb, many a time it has some spelling variations from the base form of the verb. So we are discussing about the first rule. The first rule is that if the verb last letter is E and just before this E, if there is a consonant, then we need to omit that E before adding ing form with that particular verb. This is what we are discussing right now. Some more examples we will see right now. For example, M-A-K-E, make. Last letter is E and before that what you see is a consonant, that is K. So when we are adding ing with this particular word, we have to omit this particular E. No need to write the E. So it becomes making. Okay? In the same way, other word is same just like this, only letter difference. Take. T-A-A-E, last letter is E, before that there is a consonant, that is K. So when we are adding ing, we will find that we are not writing E, we omitted E and write directly ing with this particular word. Okay, children? So, from these examples, I hope you might have understood that we omit the E if it comes at the end of a verb, and before that E there is a consonant, we just omit that E and add ing with the verb. This is the first rule which you should understand. Okay, kids? Now we will discuss about the second rule of this ing right now very fast. Okay. For example, second rule I will discuss very fast, and next class we will have a repetition of the same rules of ing and we will solve some exercise. Okay. Second rule is that you might have heard about A, E, I, O, U. What are these A, E, I, O, U? You all might have heard about A, E, I, O, U. What are I, A, E, I, O, U in English language? A, E, I, O, U are called vowels, right? So the next rule is related with the ing form and A, E, I, O, U only. So to know this rule, you just read your textbook, verbs, lesson number 17 from your grammar book, and today whatever we have discussed, based on this you will be given some homework in the Google Classroom, solve it and send to me. Okay, children? So till we, I am not going to discuss the second rule right now. We will be discussing it in the next class. Okay? So till we meet in the next class, so bye from me. Take care and be safe.